Hey, it's James from Finney Electrical. On today's video, we're treasure hunting. Let's get into this. Right, so into the job then. So what we're actually doing, we got this little treasure map, and what we're doing is searching for emergency light in gold. So, yeah, we're basically going around the school then. We've got a map of the full site. And then we're just gonna, at the moment we're plotting all the emergency lighting points, because whoever's done it before, they don't have a clue what's in, they've got no kind of schematic of what's where, they don't know where the key switches are. So we're basically just gonna create a little map for them, get it on like a PDF, they can zoom in and see where all the bits are, and then all we have to do then next time is to go around, do the emergency lighting test, just print that document off and then just do an X on the ones that fail. So it's super easy. Instead of going, what room number is this? It's XO5-2 and there's one out in here and you've got to write that down. And then when it comes to change it, you've got to find that room then. It's a bit of a nightmare, but it's a lot easier if you get a little map, isn't it? So the test itself then, all you need is a little fish key, they call it. So if you look there, it says emergency lighting, it says where it's fed from. So this is a newer site and they've done actually a good job. I'll tell you about the other side where we were last week. But yeah, I won't do it because it's doing the test and it'll put charge back into the battery. But essentially, you put your key in, flick it, and I've just turned off the motion sensor there. But all that does is just basically kill the power, which is to the charger unit, which charges a little battery. So you'll see like a little green light, which will turn off, which means you've turned it off correctly. And basically it'll go into battery backup, and that light will be powered by the battery. So it's supposed to last for 3 hours. It's a 3-hour test. So we generally go in, ping everything off, and then, well, that's it really. But in this case, we're having to do a schematic. So we're pinging everything off, and then we're writing down on their little map where all the points are. So we know exactly what's emergency, what's not. And then we come back. So I've set it to like 20 to, well, if it was 3 hours, I'm going to do 2 hours 40 and then go around in those last 20 minutes just seeing if anything's turned off. So if it takes you half an hour to get around a building, or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, you need to take that into account. Because after 3 hours, it's fine. So imagine if you landed on 3 hours and then the light went at 3 minutes 10, and you'd be failing a lot of fittings when really it would have passed, because you can't be instantly at every light fitting bang on 3 hours. So yeah, it's only about 20 or 10 or however long it takes to get around that section. But yeah, I just put like little timers in the phones for the different blocks we're doing, and then when it's due, I've got about 5 minutes to race it over and check, and then come back to the next section then and write down what's failed. Now, exam season's among us, so we got all the tables out. I used to hate exams. We had the invigilators would come along and tap on the desk, make sure you weren't cheating or anything like that. Yeah, I remember my science exam then, so I'd be there remembering all the formulas. E equals mc squared, F equals ma, and then I'm there, I had it scribbled on a piece of paper in the queue, wait to go in. And then they'd be all written down, and I'd throw the paper away and then try and remember them. As soon as I sat down, I'd write all the equations out. That was the paper you allowed. As soon as I sat down, I was like, oh, yes, remember them. But yeah, I did like A-level physics and all like the gravitational pull of a planet, and yeah, we're hard work. So this site then, so half of it's like some old wiring, and when it was installed in like the 2000s or whatever, they didn't even install it correctly. So you knock off the key switch and that kills the feed for all the lights, which is wrong. So what you're supposed to do is have a feed come in, and then you take a permanent down to a key switch, and then that key switch just does the emergency lighting, so that goes to emergency light. So when you knock that off, it only kills emergency light. And then obviously that same feed will go into a switch and do the lights, so you got the separate systems kind of thing. Definitely like integral lights or internal lights. But yeah, in this case, you'd knock the key switch off and all the lights would go off, which is not right good. So imagine if you're in a school, definitely, and they want to do their weekly tests, they'll kill it and there'll be no lighting in there apart from the emergencies. And if they're not lasting like 3 hours, then there's going to be areas that are dark, people are going to be falling over, so not ideal really, is it? But this has been tested for quite a few years, and they've never picked it up, this company who's been doing this test. So yeah, we've come in and said, right, we'll do it properly. When we did the remedial works and swapped loads of lights out, there was stuff wired wrong, stuff didn't last 1 minute, never mind 3 hours. So we'll come in, do a proper test and do it properly. There we go, great example then. So lights here, well, a good example of what it should be. So the lights are on, flick your emergency lights and just your emergency lights. come on. So if we turn this on and off, we can see got a few emergency fittings there. So we've got 2 in the corner, and we've got 1 in the middle there, haven't we? 1 in the middle, 1 there, 1 here. What I have noticed, we've got like an exit blade here that's been whacked off, and they're exposed live terminals. So just by doing this test, we're going to write that down, that in that room there, it's bad. We'll get that swapped over, that exit blade. Yeah, because obviously it's out of reach, but yeah, it's not right, is it? There we go, new timer then. So 2 hours 40 minutes, yellow block, start, and there we go. And then we've got 20 minutes. As soon as that goes off, we've got 20 minutes to rush back, see what's turned off, and make sure that everyone stays the 3 hours. Any that's gone off, yeah, we'll have to look at his little map. Because sometimes it's hard to tell if the lights are off or whatever, or they're just working. It's hard to tell which are emergency, which aren't, if they're integral. So obviously we've got 1, 2, 3, but it looks exactly the same, apart from a little charge light. But sometimes they haven't got the little charge light, so. But yeah, right, that's how you do it then. Yeah, this one's been a puzzle then. So I finally got these off. My goodness, that were hard to find. So we've just got this big bunch of keys essentially, and there's like a few master keys that do different locks. I've got about 10 keys I've got to try and insert, but I've got a dicky one. But it turns out this is the culprit. Look at this, this is what we want. I'm not going to find any emergency key switches as well here. So the way they've set up this building, so they're all being set up and built different times, built by different people. But the way they've done this, you just got all your key switches here. You turn them off, and that does every single emergency lighting feed for all the rooms around this block. So it's a lot easier. So yeah, I'm walking in and out of these rooms, going, where's this fed from? Head scratcher. But I found it. To be or not to be, that is the question. Just in the drama studio. So our drama lessons just ended up being assisted jumping. It was more like dance. Or we'd go, end scene, freeze. And it'd be like really like GCSE drama, if you know what that means. Made me laugh. Yes! That's the worst bit of the job. Trying to find the right key. Yes, key switches. Yeah, we've got some cheeky hidden away ones then. So in this room then we've got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, but you can't see them because it's that bright when you're looking up. And then you've got your above the door exits. So we swap them over actually. So there, we know they're working. We'll still do the test. Make sure the last 3 hours. But yeah. 1, 2, 3. Right, let's see what's gone off. It's that fitting at end's gone off actually. Let's just have a look at that one. Oh. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, so again, that emergency key switch kills the lighting feed, so the lights can't be on at the same time as the emergencies, which is annoying. So that's why you do it separate. So you don't kill the main feed to everything. You got an emergency switch which just does the emergencies, not kills your lights. So yeah, these guys are supposed to do like weekly or monthly tests, and they can't do it because when the kids are in, it knocks all the lights off, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, these 4 lights won't come on, so yeah, they'll need swapping over. But it's only just done this area then, so this area here and maybe the corridors. But yeah, let's carry on. That's a great video, this turning on and off lights. Yeah, we go ERP, so that's the alarm gone off. So I've got 20 minutes then to get back over there then and turn the, well, and look at what's gone off or if they're all on, and then we'll just turn everything back on if everything's passed. So let's go back over there. Like, it's a really tidy install. Wide. So I think it's just a genuine mistake, to be fair. Everything looks pretty. Oh, they've got the surge protection. Everything's Schneider, so super expensive on the switchgear. Yeah, all your breakers are on. But yeah, let's see it. Bet you anything that will do that room's emergency lighting. Yeah, everything's been switched on and everything should be working, but they're not. Them emergency lights aren't coming on. So it's just basically these 3 rooms, so I'm just going to have to write it down. There's some wiring issues, but basically from every room you should be able to just do the commercial key switch, that turns it on and off. So I bet as it's come in and out the switches, I bet one of the outgoings is just maybe the core snapped or something, and me going kink kink has just maybe dislodged a cable or something. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, it's just been built, so it should be under warranty, but whoever's tightened that's probably snapped the core a bit and it's just popped out as I've been just going clink clink. What else? There's nothing else I can think of which would do that. But yeah, these emergency lights, we've got no fade now, so everything's on. Who knows? There we go then. So it's 2 hours and, well, it's about 2.5 hours. That fitting there and there is supposed to last, and it hasn't. So they'll have to get replaced. I don't know who's been like testing this. They're not doing it properly, are they? They've been rubbish. But yeah, we did that one, so that's nice and bright over here. Obviously, if you're in the workshop, it's quite a high risk area really, and chopping your fingers, if it's a power cut, it's just gonna be pitch black. And all you've got is that. So you need room lighting to give you like a low level light to see, to get through the room, and then obviously your exit sign's lit up. That's the whole point of emergency lighting. So we'll get this turned back on then. These will ping back on. We'll have to quote to replace those. So that's some like zombie apocalypse. I'm on this corridor, lights are not working for some reason. Probably because I've knocked off that key switch and they've nicked a feed for that. Right, another more key switches for this floor. I'm hoping that kills all the emergency lights for this block. And then I can get some lunch whilst they're off for 3 hours. Boom. Oh, I can't work out the whole thing. Right, 2, 3. Right, that's those off. Cool. Oh, so these emergency lights should be on now. And it's still on. We've still got a charge light. Yeah, we've got another cupboard with more emergency key switches in. It's like a Fort Knox with all these keys. Absolute whizzing through then. So we've got another light that's failed. So it just goes to show then, like whoever were testing it before wasn't doing a great job because it's only just passed us. And then obviously we did the amendments to them. You see it's come on now and I've turned it on and off, so it's not lasting the full time scale. In fact, we're half an hour under as well. But yeah, whoever's done that and not picked up this loads, this absolute reams and reams of just different things that I won't scroll too far because you'll see where we're at. But yeah, it's not right good really. So, oh dear. Yeah, who were you in school then? Was you the football kid then? Doing some football, playing out, or were you like me, who just sat on grass and listened to music for like year 10 and 11? So we would just chill out in the sun. It was nice and sunny, and we'd just lay there, listen to music, which was cool. And I used to bring my skateboard, and the school had a really big hill, so I used to go down there and do tricks and skateboard the tennis courts. And soon after I left, it suddenly got banned. I think that was to do with me, I think. Oh, time for a bit of lunch. We've got the Huntington Village stores. It looks like a bit grotty in that, but it looks actually quite nice. And for the chicken, cheese, ham, bacon, melt. Beautiful. That's good. And then the brownie though, crikey. This brownie is like the softest thing. Look at that. Look at that. Listen to that smudge. It's not crumbly. Oh, that's good. Can't beat that. That's an Oreo. Golden Oreo brownie they called it. It's absolute fire. So good. A bit of Monster Munch. Can't beat it. Yeah, absolute. Yeah, big head blog. Some of that school. Yeah, they've got. I don't know who's been testing it, but there's stuff that you don't even know where to turn it off from. And you've gone everywhere. Nothing's labelled up. By the way, most of the school's fine, and they've been getting people in to do it properly. Well, properly. They say they're doing it properly. So they've done their bit, but whoever's been doing it and looking after it haven't been doing it right, really. So they think they've been doing a good job, but they haven't really. So, but yeah. But hopefully by the end of this, we'll have a full schematic of all the emergency lights layout. When it comes to testing, you just like print off a sheet and just go around with a bingo dabber and literally all the key switches positions have been labelled up, so you know exactly where to turn stuff on and off. So that is the plan. But currently, yeah, it's a bit, I don't know how they get around it, and I bet they're charging a fortune, and I bet they're just in and out and pretending everything works, but it doesn't. 1 hour 10 minutes till that last block turns on. So on this one, I hadn't really quoted to do all the extra work, but we're just going to do it for him. Hopefully they'll appreciate it, and then we'll get the emergency lighting test to do every year. So it'll just be me and Brian for a day. We can go around everything, go off his sheet. He can take one half, I'll take the other, and yeah, we'll do it properly. After 3 hours, we'll see if it's turned on and off, and we'll have to do a full treasure map. X marks the spot. Look at that brown. Oh, so good. Hey, finished my map. I feel like a Columbo, whatever it is. Columbo might be a detective. Oh, I've got a call coming. The sad electrician who couldn't find the key switches. Right, we're done. So yeah, what a nightmare trying to find out key switches everywhere, but they will have a map. Everything will be dotted out, so it's not fun with nip it then. Just checking that I know what I'm on about. But yeah, I was like, look, she got 6 lights in here, and say a few's gone, but there's at least one over here, one over here. It's a good light level. We don't have to do them all. We'd have to be super anal. He's like, yeah, that's fine. That. So I'm just making sure. So there was that. Then obviously I was saying, right, if stuff's not lasting the full 3 hours, say it's like 2 hours before, it's like, yeah, anything under 3 hours, it needs to be battery replacement. So unfortunately, there's going to be a lot to do on that. The same again for the emergency key switch. It's reasonable that you can flick the key switch and it doesn't turn off all the lights and make that area dangerous, or you can't see, you know what I mean, unusable. So yeah, we're gonna have to look at installing key switches where it just doesn't kill the lights. Might be rewiring some of the lighting so it can do that. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a nightmare because there's a good 2,000 lights in this school. Yeah, let's get the replacements done first, so at least they're gonna last for the full time period, and then maybe look into sorting out the wiring at a later date. But even this here, look, so these actually kill the power to the photo cells, which is great. So yeah, we're going to have to somehow rewire through the ceilings to get an emergency feed up there via a switch that doesn't affect the motion sensors. Good. Hey, glad to be out of there. That was a big mind boggle, just staring at lights all day and just checking things and counting and timescales. Yeah, it's quite a big job, that. But yeah, if we're to do that again for another school, we'd say, right, if you haven't got a top-down map where all the points are, then we're going to charge extra for that, because you need it really. But yeah, you can't just have a list per room, and then the map's so much easier, flipping heck. But yeah, so we got all that done. I don't know who tested it before, but they were absolute rubbish. Well, I do know who they were, but I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, let's just say they had the emergency lighting test. They flagged a few items and we fixed those, and then noticed a lot more wrong with it, and there's probably another 80 fittings. So how do you miss 80 fittings and like stuff not wired right? Well, you turn it off and it kills the lights for everything, which you can't have. Like the staff here can't really test it. They've got to wait for the year one and then kill it off, and then you can't see a thing. So that those areas, those corridors, classrooms, are just, you can't use them because it's just dark. So emergency lighting, it comes on when the power cut. When you get a power cut, it could be a fire and it kills the feed to the lights. And the lights come on so the fire brigade can see. The fire brigade can see. Normally like a light on the outside of each entrance on the exits. So you got a light level, which will give you so many looks if it's a corridor or a room, depending on the room size. There's an IT emergency lighting book, which is quite good. Check that out. There's the lighting for the signage, so they need to be lit up so you can see that. And then there's lighting on the outside of each entrance so the fire brigade can see where to come in at. If you've got smoke bellowing out, they'll see a little light above the door. They know that's where the entrance is. So it just saves a bit of time if there's ever a fire. So that's what the whole point of emergency lighting is you can see to get out. If there's a fire, fire brigade can see. So tell me what you thought below. There's treasure mapping. I know it's absolute, yeah, interesting. Even the new block that got built in, there's issues with that. It's a nightmare, isn't it? But yeah, tell me what you think about your emergency lighting. I know it's not the most thrilling video. I'm just turning on and off lights all video. You got a little piano ensemble I did for you. What else do we do? We got the food review. That thing was nice. I actually went home and got some nice sauces with that, ketchup, mayo, like a little prawn sauce. Sweet chilli sauce with that as well. It was beautiful. That brownie was awesome as well. I've got a little bit left, so if you want to see, look at that. Oh, there we go. Got more food news. But yeah, if that's kind of content, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification to know when next upload. As always, a good one from me, and I'll see you on the next one. Hey. The sad electrician who couldn't find the key switches